Hello everyone, welcome to Texture Myth. In this session, we are going to talk about another very important topic related to medical coding anatomy, where we will be mainly discussing about the second classification type, proprioceptors. Okay, so as you know, like from last couple of sessions, we are focusing on sensory receptor, and today we are going to cover the classification second type third proprioceptors. So in this session mainly we will be discussing what is proprioceptors and what are the sixth sense, right, and all the theoretical things related to proprioceptors. Okay, and then once these things are clear, then one by one we will proceed further with its type and detailed discussion. Okay, so by the end of the session you will be able to understand what is proprioceptors, how it works, and all information related to it. But before we proceed further with this session, I would like to recommend you to please go and check out the previously released session first, because they all are in proper sequence and sync. So if you follow it sequentially, then it would be much more easier for you to understand the ongoing topic, because for time being we are just mainly focusing on what is proprioceptors. But prior to that, you should know what is classification 1, all the things that we have covered under classification 1 and its type, because they all are connected with each other. So if you follow sequentially, things would be much more easier for you. And for that, you can also refer the Texture Myth digital course book, where you will find thousands of sessions available in both Hindi as well as English language. So without any language barrier, you can easily consume the content. And in case if you have any queries or questions related to that, feel free to reach out to me through comment section. I would be more than happy to answer all your questions there. Okay, alright, so let's get started and see what is proprioceptors. So classification wise, we are talking about classification second type third proprioceptors, and here I have noted down the detailed definition which will give you the clarity on the term proprioceptors. So proprioceptors are sensory receptor located in muscles, tendons, joint capsules and inner ear that detect body position, movement and muscle tension, and continuously send this information to brain and cerebellum to allow coordinated, smooth and controlled movement and to maintain the balance and posture. Okay, so that is the main definition of proprioceptors. So in simple word, you can say that proprioceptors are the body internal GPS system, okay, which will help us to identify where the body part reside in the space. Okay, so basically like GPS tells us the location, similarly internal GPS system, which is proprioceptors, that help us to identify where every body part is in the space right now, okay, even without looking at it. So you can say that they allow you to know where your hands and feet are, how much force your muscles are generating, and whether your body is balanced and upright, all without using your eyes. So I think definition wise we are clear that it's a sensory receptor that is located in muscle, tendons and joint capsules and the inner ear, from where it detects the body position, movement and muscle tension, and then continuously send the information to the brain. Now if someone asks you what is the meaning of proprio, what is the meaning of proprio and proprioceptors? So the word proprio basically comes from the Latin word that means one's own. So proprioceptors literally means receptors of one's own body. Okay, so again we can conclude it in a way that proprioceptors receptors are located in muscle, tendons, joint that detect body position, movement and muscle tension, giving the brain constant awareness of where every body part is in space. Okay, so I think definition wise we are good. Now let's see what is the sense of proprioception, because in interview sometimes they might ask you what is the sense of proprioception. So the information gathered by proprioceptor produce a sense called proprioception. Okay, so when we gather the information using the proprioceptor, that produce one sense which is known as proprioception. also known as the sixth sense. Okay, usually we say that this is the sixth sense. I have sixth sense, right? So this is the sixth sense because it is sense beyond 5 spatial senses. I'm sure you know about the other 5 spatial senses because this thing we also recalled in one of the question also. So other than those 5 senses, this is the sixth sense, which is also known as kinesthesia, the sense of body movement, body position sense, awareness of where body part in space. Okay, now we understand what is proprioception, we understand what is proprioceptors, but how it helps us, how it helps the human body. So what proprioceptions allow us to do is touch your nose with your finger with your closed eye. Okay, because of proprioceptor, it tells your brain exactly where your finger and nose are at all the time. Okay, so you can do it practically right now. Okay, so just try to touch your nose by closing your eyes. You don't need location for that, right? Because brain automatically knows that where your nose is and where is your finger, and this is happening because of the proprioceptors. Similarly, when we walk in a complete darkness of room without falling, then that is also with the help of proprioceptors, because it provides a constant information about leg position and balance. Clear? Similarly, after a long time when we start typing, we don't even look at the keyboard without at the time of typing, right? Because of proprioceptor, it tracks every finger position and movement. Similarly, we can see the musician, right? Musician plays a piano, keyboard, right? These all things, how? Because they know, they have practiced it a lot, that their brain knows where the keyboard is, where the key is, and it is all happening because of the proprioceptors. Similarly, a surgeon performs delicate surgery relying on proprioceptive feedback from their fingers. Okay. Another example, let's say if someone throw a ball at your side. Okay, so your brain use proprioceptive information and coordinate the exact movement needed to catch that ball. So that is also known as proprioceptors. That is also happening because of proprioceptors. Okay, so I think now you have idea what is proprioceptors, what is the meaning of word proprio, and how it really help us. Other than that, remember what is sixth sense, what is kinesthesia, what is kinesthesia or kinesthesia, whatever you pronounce, and what is body position sense, because these are the some things through which they can ask you the question. Okay. Next is the location of proprioceptors, because we should know like what is the location where it is all present. So basically there are 4 types of proprioceptors. So I have created this table which will give you the idea like where the location is, what type of proprioceptor found, and what it basically detect. Okay, so location wise, within a skeletal muscle we have muscle spindles, muscle length, and rate of stretch. Second location, muscle tendon junction, Golgi tendon organ, muscle tensions and force generated. Next is joint capsule and ligament, joint receptor, joint position, direction and speed of movement. Next is inner ear, which is vestibular system. So vestibular hair cells, head position, head movement and gravity. So this is just for your overview, okay, because in detail we will discuss it in the upcoming session. We will talk on each topic step by step, but for now just keep in mind that proprioceptors has 4 types, and these are the location and these are the things that it basically detect. Now how we will remember it, because we have learned so many things, right? So memory tip is very simple. Just remember proprio means your own body. So knowing where your body is without looking at it. Okay, so just like a GPS tells you exactly where you are without you having to look out the window, similarly proprioceptors tells your brain exactly where every body part is without you having to look at them. And majorly we have 4 types. So you can see there are total 4 types. First is muscle spindles, second is Golgi tendon organ, third is joint receptor, and fourth is vestibular hair cells. So in the next session we will talk about all these types in detail, because otherwise this session will be a bit lengthy, so I don't want to make it so lengthy. So I think we are good for now, and in next session we will discuss these types. But before that, you have to answer one question, and today's question is, what is Proprioceptors? I'm sure you know the answer of this question because we have discussed this thing in detail in our last session. So please do share your knowledge in the comment section, because once you start sharing your knowledge, it will help others to understand. Let's say if someone is there who don't know the answer, they can simply watch the session and also check the comment to get the answer. Also, when you start answering these questions in the comment section, it gives me the idea and notification that you guys are learning and watching these series, and accordingly I will release the more sessions to this playlist. Okay, so for more session, please do answer your please do share your knowledge through these answers, and in the next session we will discuss few more things. So thank you for watching Texture Myth.